Hi Yves, friends and colleagues. Believe it or not, it's been 10 years since the Belo Horizonte studio. And to commemorate that, we've put together a little bit of a video to update you, Yves, and all of us on what people are doing. And have each person will talk a little bit about what they are doing in life and what kind of impact that this studio has had, a lasting impact it has had on their careers. It's great to be able to be in touch with everyone again, and I hope you enjoy it. We've been in touch over the last 10 years. We've met in a lot of different countries, and it's been a real pleasure to be able to continue our professional relationship. As you know, I moved to Indonesia 8 years ago and set up an NGO which is dedicated to participatory budgeting and planning. We've had a lot of success and grown and had, I think, an impact upon practices and the mindset of governments and civil society. I really look back on the Belo Horizonte studio as a turning point where I was able to work not only on the ground but also contribute to being an educator and facilitating some of the change that we were able to do in Belo Horizonte. I really feel appreciative to my colleagues for being able to have this educational experience with me, and to you as a mentor, teacher and friend for being able to teach me and open all this world of possibilities. Thank you.
Greetings, Eve. This is Ashley Langworthy from your Belo Horizonte studio, wishing you well and health and recovery in your near future. I live in Berkeley, California. I've been in the Bay Area since graduating in '07 and working for SWA Group in San Francisco, which I've also been at for about a decade. I also have a second job working for Biederman Redevelopment Ventures out of New York. And in both practices, I focus a lot on public parks, with SWA more the design side, and with Biederman the management, oversight, and public activation and programming. I also married and have two daughters, Jasmine and Elima, who are 3.5 years old, twin girls. And from our studio, a few things that I've taken with me. One, the public process. I use that a lot in many of my projects. And also the friendships. I keep in touch with Shalina regularly. I've seen John in California and in Hawaii. I've seen Tony in Beijing. Pyle and her husband just visited us in California a few weeks ago. Seeing Pippa. I see Yvonne in the city. So it's really a great group and very many fond memories. So I wish you well. Take care.
Hi Eve, hi everyone. I can't believe it's been 10 years since our studio. Since then, I've had several careers. I was an urban planner in the Bay Area for a few years, and then I made jewelry, and then I became a designer in the tech industry, and now I work at HBO in New York. I think about our Belo Horizonte studio all the time, and all the people that we met. And I want to thank you for that experience and for connecting me with some of the most amazing classmates ever. And I hope you get well soon. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, Eve. Hello from Los Angeles, California. This is Teresa. I can't believe it's already been 10 years since our beautiful, meaningful studio in Brazil. Even now, a decade later, a lot of the wisdom and teachings that you shared with us, I carry with me now. So currently, I have my own participatory design practice where I have a range of projects that include cultural planning, neighborhood visioning, creating spaces for social justice and nonprofit organizations across the US. But really, the core of my work is around community engagement and active participation of residents in really shaping the built environment and where they live, work, and play. So as you can see, a lot of what we learned in the studio that you taught, I carry with me very closely. And I just have so much gratitude and appreciation for not only what you taught us and what we learned from the wonderful residents in Brazil, but really a deeper understanding of why this work is important, and why we need to continue it. So thank you so much.
Well, with ease. Didn't happen this video. I'm just sending you all and letting you very few weeks that go your name. I get this out, how I got started I'm doing, and every time I get a chance to talk about all of the things you do and all of the me in particular start down this career that has now become my life. Thank you for being so important, such an important life, and thank you for everyone in the world. I hope to see you somewhere really soon. California, sending you a big hug.
Hi Eve, it's Pyle. It's been a long time since our Belo studio, but I have to tell you, our studio, it had such an impact on me. Not only did I make such good friends in that studio, probably the best friends I made my whole time at the GSD, and you know, some of them I think will be lifelong friends of mine, but I don't know if you remember this, you actually helped me work with the Prefeitura in BH the summer after our studio. So I went back to Brazil about 2 weeks after the end of the year. I spent the whole summer there, and I worked with the Prefeitura, but I also worked, or I spent a lot of time with the community in Varzea de Palma, and with Fernando. I did a lot of research in the area and decided by the end of the summer that I wanted to do my architecture thesis there. So my site actually was Varzea de Palma, and actually was a 3-mile water course that goes through that area. And my project was also, you know, influenced a little bit by our studio. I focused on that infrastructure, the sanitation. My project became more of a public space project than an architecture project, but it was great. It was the most rewarding thing I did in school, and none of that would have happened if I hadn't met you and if I hadn't been in your studio. And I'm so grateful. I'm still in touch with some of the people down there, and I'm just grateful that I got to know them through you. So, so I just wanted you to know that. And after we graduated, I had another year after thesis. I moved back to New York and worked in architecture. But then after a couple of years, I changed course and I started a business. I now work in fashion design, and I have my own business. And I'm still doing that. It's been about 5 years. And I'm also starting to design some collections where the proceeds will benefit some NGOs in India that are focused on wildlife conservation and habitat conservation. I also do all my production in India, and I, you know, support the local artisans there. But I have to tell you that even the way I interact with these NGOs and the kinds of questions that I ask them, all of that kind of stems from what you taught us. So really, it wasn't just a class in school. It really went much farther than that, and shaped my thinking a lot. So I just want you to know that, and I also, I just want to say I'm sorry that I've lost touch with you, and I truly want to send my warmest wishes, all my best to you. I really, truly hope you feel better very soon. And I just, yeah, I just hope things improve. So thanks for listening to this, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Eve, together with the whole Belo Horizonte studio, I want to wish you the very best. We are praying and we are thinking of you. We have you in our hearts, and we know that your strength and spirit will carry you through. We hope that you get better soon, and we wish you the very best. From everybody in the studio, great thanks. We owe a lot to you, and on this 10-year anniversary, we wish you all the best. Thank you.